Tawana Williams, your messenger of hope and inspiration. And I was blessed to be born without arms and impaired use of my legs due to the drug thalidomide that was given to my mother when she was pregnant with me. Then my mother told me there was nothing that I could not do. And I had a Grandma Rogers that did not play with me. And when I was 4.5 years old, she looked me in the eyes and she said, T, you must not have needed arms because God didn't give them to you. She said, nothing's missing. If you don't have it, then you don't need it. And those words have resonated throughout my life. And I've overcome some major adversities throughout my life. I was gang raped many years ago during a home invasion, raped by my stepfather. I was addicted to crack and cocaine for 10 long years. I've experienced abortion, motherhood, a stroke, and 2 years ago, a mild heart attack. So I know that I'm here to help you overcome whatever adversities and challenges you may be facing in your life. And that's why I am unarmed but dangerous.
Hello?
Yay, we got it.
We got it. Good.
Yeah, I thought about that when you were ringing the phone. I was like, I forgot to tell her to let me call her because I get a lot of phone calls and I don't want to be in the middle of our interview. And
oh yeah, I get a beep, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, I'm excited and thank you for the questions and we're gonna answer them and we're gonna do what we do.
Well, thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I know you're busy and you didn't have to do this, and the fact that you did this is just so nice of you. So thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. This is what I do, and it's my pleasure, and I'm excited for you and your career and where you're going. So, let's do it. I'm excited.
Oh, my goodness. You're so sweet. Okay. So before I get all mushy, let's start with the first question. Okay, so at what point in your life did you realize that you wanted to use your circumstances to make a difference?
It was in 1996, early 96. I realized, actually my husband Toby, he is such my biggest cheerleader and my biggest fan. He is so awesome and he continues to push me higher and higher. Mm-hmm. So anyway, in 1996, I was in a way in my life. I don't know what I'm here for. I really didn't know what I was supposed to do. And he was like, he said T, and T is my nickname, and he was like, T, he said, God didn't allow you to be born this way for me, for us, our family. He said, you were born this way to help people, to show people that most people live defeated lives when they don't have to. And I was like, wow, that is powerful. Mm-hmm. So he bought me a computer. He bought me some business cards. We prayed. He talked to me. He just showed me, we just came together and talked to God about the situation. And I got busy. Mm-hmm. And I got on the phone and I just started calling strangers to open doors for me. I emailed 40, 50, sometimes 60 people a day telling them who I was and what I'm supposed to do and how I wanted to help others. And, that's how it started. And let me just let you know also that I do type with my toes. About 25, 30 words a minute. Back then it was probably a lot faster. However, I do what I do and I just made it happen. And, it was just something that I had to do.
Right.
He allowed me and pushed me and told me what to do, showed me how to get it done. We prayed, like I said, and I just got busy, and it started working.
That's awesome. You guys, that sounds like you guys have such a beautiful marriage. Yeah. So in terms of that, I think you might have already answered my next question in terms of how were you introduced to professional speaking and activism? You said that you kind of took the initiative and you called and you rallied, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then I started reading about speakers, and one of the things that I learned real early in life, once I got my mind on positive things and doing things and going higher in my life, I realized that I had to hang around people, that things that I wanted to do. I started hanging around that. Like when I realized that I wanted to be a speaker, I started hanging around speakers and learning from them and hanging out, and that's what I did. But yeah, that's what happened for me. I'm excited about the journey and how it started, and I think about that sometimes, and it really blows my mind of how small things started.
Right.
But look how big it is now. It's such a blessing.
Yeah, seriously, it's a testament to you too.
Thank you.
So within all of that, how did you get to the point where you had your first big break, and how did that big break come to pass?
Well, I think my first big break was being called by the Jerry Springer show. It was in 1993, and that was before Jerry got the fighting shows and all that drama. But it was such a blessing. The show was titled Beating the Odds, and it was myself and different people that were challenged. Were people that were in wheelchairs, Chinese twins, different challenges around the room, and it was powerful, and that was my first big break. And after that, things just started to soar, and and then being called as a mentor on the Judge Hatchett show, I was excited about that opportunity. So there were a few big breaks in the beginning, and those things have opened doors for me, and I'm just grateful.
Yeah, really. That's amazing. Did Jerry Springer or Judge Hatchett call you themselves, or did you get a call from a producer?
The producers called.
Gotcha.
Yes, the producers called. But yeah, I'm connected with Judge Hatchett now. As a matter of fact, we'll be on the stage together in North Carolina.
I saw that. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, and we're excited. So, yeah, it's just a blessing to be able to be connected to great people that think like me,
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you've been very open about how amazing Les Brown is and how much he's helped you in your life and your career. And I was just wondering how you became his mentee and what you learned from him.
Wow, I learned a lot of things from Les. Actually, it started for me in 2004. His goddaughter, who was a good friend of mine, she passed away a few years ago. But anyway, she kept telling me, Tawana, you got to meet my godfather. You got to meet him. I was like, I'm good. So one day I was just like, okay, I'll call him. And we connected instantly over the phone.
Oh.
And Les was like, Tawana, I want to help you. Don't you book another speaking engagement until we meet. And so I flew to his town, and we reasoned together and fellowshipped and ate dinner, and we just got a rapport. He and my husband Toby and we just connected instantly, and so I became a Les Brown Platinum Motivational Speaker in 2004, and I just started following Les and paying attention to everything about motivational speaking, and the rest is history, because we're still connected.
Yeah.
We're still friends. I call him, he calls me, and it's such a blessing. As a matter of fact, he has forwarded a couple of my books, so it's just a blessing to be able to be connected to great people.
Definitely.
And help you go higher in life. Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. I'm excited for you, and gosh, I'm so happy that you're connected with him. I mean, he's just such a powerful speaker. I mean, I've just watched some of his videos online, but he's such a powerful speaker. He's amazing.
Yeah.
So speaking of him, what was the best advice he ever gave you? If you can pick out a little snippet.
I think one of the best advice that he has given me was to always know that I had what it took to help people, to speak life through, just to speak a life out of my mouth into their ears and into their lives, and just to push people. So I think that was one of the best things that Les have taught me, and then, just hanging around the right people. He taught me, he told me a few years ago, there was a quote, and I don't even know if it's a quote for everybody else, but for me, it resonated as a quote, and he said, Tawana Williams, if you are the richest and the smartest one in your circle, you need a new circle. And those words resonated. And I just began to move higher each year, each circumstance, each adversity. I just kept going and going and going. So, he always gives me good nuggets. So I'm just grateful and glad that he is my mentor, and I'm in his life. So it's been a blessing.
Definitely. How did you become a Les Brown Platinum motivational speaker? Is that an award?
No, it's actually it's not an award. It's a class that you enter into. You pay, come and hang around.
Gotcha.
The group is hundreds of people come together, and we learn the art of speaking, motivational speaking. And that's what I did. I learned from the best, and the rest is history.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so once you learned your craft and started perfecting it, how did you develop a following?
I was thinking about that. It was really just doing something, just putting myself out there, just letting people know that I was available. I realized that impact drives income. And so I just started impacting lives and staying positive and letting people know that they could do it. I just got on social media and just giving hope to people, because this is who I am and this is what I do. So it wasn't hard for me to do that. So I just kept doing it and, just giving hope and letting people know that it was possible for them. If I did it without my arms, I started just empowering them and inspiring them that they could do it too. And that's basically how I did it, just being out there and being positive. That's how I did it.
Amen. Amen. So, with that being said, the fact that you were putting yourself out there, I know that you and Toby both work really hard at managing all of your business and your social media accounts and your brand and everything. So how do you guys effectively manage your social media, your brand, and your business? How do you do that? Because it doesn't sound easy.
Well, it's really not easy. I just do it. This is life for me. And this is all I know is yes and amen. All I know is I can do it. And if I can do it without arms, you can do it. So, it really wasn't hard for me because this is something that I just said that I was going to do. You know what? I told God yes a long time ago. I gave myself permission to do formula. There was no list of things to do. I just started doing what was in my heart, and that's how it happened. That's exactly how it happened. It just flowed out of my mouth, out of my spirit. I just realized that I had more in me, and I wanted to share with the world, and here we are.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
You're just so amazing. I'm just in awe of you. Anyway. Okay, so I think you might have already answered this, but how did you learn to book speaking engagements? Did you just started calling people one day and then kind of just kept going?
You know what? In the beginning, I started calling people, and then word of mouth. I was so good at what I did, people just started calling me. The first church that I spoke at in North Carolina, in Wilson, in my city, I didn't know how things were going to come together. I just knew that I needed to tell my story, and that's what I was doing in the beginning. It's just like a short 10-minute testimonial.
Mm-hmm.
And as I grew, as a Les Brown Platinum motivational speaker, Les taught me the art of taking my story and my testimony and empowering people with a message of hope. And so I just started doing that. But I just got busy. It's nothing so great that I've done. I just realized that there was more in me, and there was more in you, other people, talking
Mm-hmm.
to, just letting people know that if I did it, they could do it too. And it just worked. It just, there was no formula. I just did something.
Yeah, it was just determination and hard work.
Absolutely. And perseverance. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now that you're established and you are, much more well known, has the booking process changed at all, or is it still the same where people are just calling you now because they know who you are and they want to be inspired by you?
I think both. Now people just call because they've heard, or they saw me on social media and they want me to come to their church or their school or, their prison, daycare, nursing home. I go all over the country, everywhere, anywhere, it doesn't matter big or small or large or mega, it doesn't matter. We come to serve and give hope to people. But, we just do it, we just do it. When people call, we show up, we
Mm-hmm.
negotiate, we figure out how we can come together and reason together and work together, and then bam, we just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they have money or not, we show up. As a matter of fact, this is our 22nd year of speaking, and 9.5 of those years we did it for free. So It's not about the money; it's about the power, the hope, the motivation. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just grateful that that Toby and I had the mindset to be able to help other people and letting them know that all things are possible to them that believe. And if you believe it, you can do it. And I just continue to push people with that message of hope and inspiration to those that will listen. I'm just grateful.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So out of all the places, because you travel all over the country, out of all the places you've spoken at so far, do you have a favorite? Is there one that stands out to you?
I do. It is World Changes Church International with Dr. Creflo Dollar and Pastor Taffy. That place was awesome. That experience was awesome. So yeah, World Changes. And actually, I spoke at two of his churches, one in New York and the other one was in Atlanta. So, both of those experiences were awesome. And there are many, many others. However, those two just stand out because of different situations in my life, and they just really resonate in my heart. And I just love Dr. Dollar and Pastor Tabby. So, yeah, that's my favorite.
Where did you say the church was located?
One is in the Bronx, New York, and the other one is in Atlanta, Georgia. World Changes Church International.
Okay. I'd actually like to go there someday, so I'm actually writing that down for my own reference.
It's awesome. You need to check him out. Go Google him. It'll be a blessing to you. As a matter of fact, all you got to do is Google Dr. Creflo Dollar and Tawana Williams, and you'll be able to see both events. They were awesome.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
So next question. Now, this might be a little, like, you might have already answered this one too, but the question says, describe the average venue that you speak in, but it sounds like you speak in all different types of venues.
I do. It doesn't matter. Churches, schools, prisons, daycares, nursing homes, drug rehabs, veterans associations, colleges, universities, fraternities, sororities, corporations, organizations, boys and girls clubs, you name it, they call, I show up. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. It's a blessing.
So, who would you consider to be your target audience?
You know, I think all people, from the babies to the elders, my message is so universal and so, in your face, from the babies, as I said, from the baby to the elders, the young people to the old people. Everybody gets something out of my message, whether it's you can do it, I don't know. I don't really know how it resonates in their heart or in their spirit, but I know the emails, the fan mails, the tweets, the thank yous and all that. So I just know that it's working all around, all aboard. It's just everywhere, from the babies to the elders. So I guess that's kind of how I would sum it up, because everybody
I like that answer.
Something from my message.
Yeah, I like that answer a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
So, my goal is, as you know, my goal is to have a speaking career. I can only hope to one day accomplish everything that you have. But what advice do you have for me in terms of pursuing a professional speaking career?
There are some things that you really are going to have to do. You're going to have to focus on what you want. You're going to have to take massive action. You're going to have to set high standards for yourself. You're going to create a plan of action. You're going to have to set short-term goals. You're going to have to network wherever you are. Business cards, wherever you are. Doesn't matter. It never needs to, you can't worry about what it looks like. My motto is I don't move on what I see, what I hear, or sometimes even what I feel. You have to move on what you have, from in your heart. So you have to make sure that you don't let yourself off the hook. Don't let yourself off the hook. If you say you're gonna do it, then go get it done. And that's what I am. You gotta create self-help time. You gotta know when to talk and know when to listen. There are a lot of things that you and I can talk about and do together. So I'm excited, but those are just a few things that that I feel would be able to help you. You think?
Yes, I think so. That sounds great to me.
Yeah, so I'm excited about you being in my life and me being in yours, and this is such an awesome opportunity, and I just love you, and I'm grateful that you reached out to me. I'm excited. I'm excited about where you go from here. What's your next? I want you to think short-term goals. That's very important. You know, short-term goals, 30, 60, 90-day max. You know,
Right.
that's short-term, 30, 60, or 90-day max. That's it. You know, you got to get it done within that time frame. And that's how I've done so much. You know, I won't let myself off the hook.
Right.
You know, I just keep doing it over and over. When I fall, I get up again and again and again. You know, failure is not an option for me. I make things happen. I'm not a talker. I'm a doer, and you can do it too. So I'm excited about it.
I'm so excited, and I'm so excited and so honored that you reached back to me. I have so much respect for you, and I'm just really excited and eager to learn.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I love you, and I'm
I
excited.
love you too.
We're gonna do this together.
Sounds good to me. I wouldn't want to have any other partner.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, so the next couple questions we already got. Okay, so the next one. In the position I'm in right now, how do you suggest that I can increase my following on social media to get more exposure?
Just being out there on the forefront, just doing it, posting, tweeting, sharing, just putting yourself out there, daily, 2-3 times a day, posting and putting it out there because, you don't want people to forget that you exist in the social media realm. So, just show up all the time, okay? Just keep it going. Just don't stop. Don't stop. That's my suggestion.
I don't plan on stopping, that's for sure. Out of all of the social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, is there any one in particular that's worked best for you?
Facebook for me, because it's not limited. You can say as long or as short a message that you want. You can add more than one picture. So I would think Facebook for me personally, but I love them all. Facebook, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, actually. It's my favorite, too. I feel like it's more personal, too.
Yeah. And then, I use my social media platform to push people and to give hope to people. Some people have the wrong idea for social media and Facebook with the negative and the foolishness and the nonsense. So for me, I just do what I do. I inspire. I share. I comment on the good things, but the negativity, I delete those things. And so you have to be able to decipher. You have to be able to know what to do and when to do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, keeping a positive. I think it's great that you say that because I think that's where a lot of people go wrong with social media. They're so negative that they can't really get their message across, and I think positivity really is the answer.
It really is. So I'm excited about, being positive, a positive force, a reinforcement, for all people because we need it. We need to know that they can do it just as we do. They can do it too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So my next question is actually, it's my favorite question. It was actually really emotional for me to write. So in my quest for balancing my health and my career in terms of trying to graduate and staying busy, I feel like my health often suffers because I work so hard that I almost forget to take care of myself. And so I was wondering, because I know that you've struggled with a lot of health problems and you're also trying to be a career woman at the same time. So I was wondering what advice you have for me in terms of juggling my health and my career and being successful in both.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And as I think about things like that, my health and all of the challenges that I've overcome, to stay healthy and having a mild heart attack a couple of years ago, I really realized that I had to take care of myself. I had to focus and rest more, and things that I needed to do for me. So I really had to juggle and balance. That's the word. I had to balance my life all around, because I'm a speaker, an author, an artist, a mother, a grandmother, a mentee, a mentor, and all of these things. I had to juggle. I had to take time for everything. I'm a wife, so I had to take time with my husband. I'm a mother, so I had to go to my daughters and spend time with her. Then I'm a grandmother. I had to spend time with my grandbabies. That's a lot right there. Then being a speaker and traveling, not only traveling, every weekend we are on the road, sometimes during the weekdays. So we're always on the road, So I had to really balance my life and juggle, and balance. But I'm not saying all over the place. I don't do multitasking type things. I just juggle my time. Okay, at 5 o'clock I'm going to spend time with my daughter. At 9 o'clock, I'm going to spend with the grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? I had to balance my time, and then some of the things that I needed to do to bring balance to my life as a speaker and as a person of faith and a woman of faith.
Yes.
I had to stop whining and complaining about things. That is so important. Then I had to position myself around positive, like-minded people. Then I had to take responsibility and control of my life at all areas. In all areas, I had to take responsibility and control of my life. Then I had to upgrade my relationships and my knowledge. I had to know more and learn books, and I had to upgrade myself. And then I had to upgrade my determination. I had to see myself doing it at all times. You see, if you can't see it, you'll never be it. So those are things that I had to do to balance my personal life.
So being healthy in mind, body, spirit, and your career.
And spirit, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's how I did it. And it's still a challenge for me. I love cookies. I love ice cream.
Oh gosh, I know. So do I.
Yeah, but those things are not good for me, and I know that now. So I had to do what I had to do. As I said, today I live to eat. I don't eat to live.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time when you've been on stage in the middle of speaking and you just feel so sick that you're like, I got to get off the stage? Like, have you ever experienced that before?
No, I haven't, and I don't want to. No. There are times, where I don't want to go. That makes sense, but I'm so totally committed to what I'm doing that, I show up where, anytime, like if I'm sick, if I have a headache, if I've got cramps, I don't feel good, had a bad day, guess what? You'll never know it, because I come to serve. I can rest later, I can cry later. Right now, it's on. It's showtime. You got to do what you do. So, when you're totally committed to doing what you're doing, you do it. You show up. 99 and a half won't do it anymore. You got to do your all. You got to give your all. And that's who I am.
Right. Exactly. It's amazing what you can do with some inspiration under your butt.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so I only have a few more questions, actually. Yeah, it actually went by pretty quick. So these questions are just a tad more personal, just on your views and things like that. So how do you think disabled people are perceived in general in society?
I think that they're perceived as they can't do anything, they're crazy, retarded, or what in the world are they going to, what are you going to tell me? So I just think, and that's how I feel when people come. For example, when I come into a church, people don't, especially if they've never seen heard my message before, they're looking weird and looking at me, and they're probably thinking, what in the world is this little bitty woman without arms gonna tell me about anything? But when from the first time I opened my mouth, it's like, oh my God.
Yep.
Perceptions. People need to remove the stigma. That's the word, the stigma. I'm just saying, I don't know what others really, how they perceive me, but I think people perceive me the wrong way sometimes. But once I start talking, it's a done deal. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
I really don't even call myself disabled. I'm not disabled.
Exactly.
Other people might be disabled, but not me. Nothing's broken. Nothing's missing in my life. I don't even get a disability check. I create what I want, because disability can't pay me what I'm worth. So I created what I want. I'm self-sufficient, independent, and I make it happen. I'm the CEO of Tawana Williams Outreach.
Amen.
So I'm excited about all of the great things that disabled people, quote unquote, disabled people do, or they say that we can't do. So I'm just a doer.
Exactly. But those are the best kind of people.
Yeah.
People that make it happen. People who are inspired and get up in the morning for a reason and not just to exist.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
So, what do you think that I can do in my career to help change society's perception of disabled people? Because I really, really want to change it. I mean, I know I can't do it alone, but I want to help.
What's your question again? Say it again, because I got to think about it. Go ahead, say it.
What can I do in my career to help society change their perception of disabled people?
Wow. I really don't know, because nobody has ever asked me that question, for real, because I never really have called myself disabled. So, that might be a question for somebody else. For real, because, for me, as I said, I'm not disabled. I just make things happen. One thing I do know is that there are three kinds of people in this world. Instigators, those who talk about things happening. Spectators, those who watch things happen. And participators, those who make things happen. And that's who I am. I'm a participator. I make things happen. I don't question. I just move. I do what I got to do. I make things happen. You know what I'm saying? If that helps the answer, if I'm helping you with that answer, that's good, because I really don't know. I've never even, called myself disabled. Isn't that something?
I think that's a good thing, because I feel like within my personal experience, I feel like society has tried to make me feel disabled. Yeah. And I feel like as I grow as a person, I feel like I need to move past that. I need to move against that.
Absolutely, because life and death is in the power of your tongue, out of your mouth. If you speak it out of your mouth, if you speak greatness, if you speak, I can do this, guess what? At some point, you're going to do it.
Right.
You're going to be. And that's how I did it. That's how I perceive me. I said, I can do it. I said, Tawana, you have everything you need. Now go do it. My grandmother Rogers, I call her my Grandma Rogers, she did not play with me. My mom did not play with me. My three sisters, they did not play with me. There was no silver spoon in my mouth. I was born without my arms. I had to figure it out all my life. They did not give me things. My sisters and my mom and my grandma, they said, here, this is how you do it. They showed it to me. And then they said, no, you go do it. And I did it. You know what I mean? So there was no roadmap,
right,
so to say. no direction, no instructions, nor directions. I just had to figure it out.
You created your own path.
Absolutely. Everything I wanted, I created it. It was. I had to get it. I had to do it in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Where it might take you 2 minutes to do something, it might take me 10 minutes. But guess what? I did it. I do it. I make things happen.
Right.
It's not always how quick you do things or how fast. It's the one who endures to the end. That's how you make it happen.
Right.
Yeah, it's not about the quickest or the swiftest or the fastest. It's about the person that endures to the end. And that's who I am, and that's what I've done all my life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And when I was reading through all of your information, my favorite part was actually the part where you were sitting in your grandma's kitchen and she gave you great advice. And I found that to be so inspirational for me. I felt like I could just hear her speaking to me in my ear, and I could just picture myself in the kitchen with you. I just love that part. That was my favorite.
She was so awesome, And as I talk about that story, and how I used to see her or watch her peel potatoes in the kitchen, and I used to always say, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could peel potatoes, because Grandma did it so effortlessly, like it was just so easy. And then one day I was like, I'm gonna try it, and she put a little towel on the floor, a little towel. She showed me how to clean my feet and all that good stuff, and she taught me how to do that. I'm just saying, who in the world would think that I could peel potatoes with my toes?
Well, she's a remarkable woman. She was. She was a remarkable woman, I can tell.
Yes, she was. She passed away in '99. I just miss her so much, but her legacy and her words of power still resonate throughout my spirit every day. When I wake up in the morning, I can feel, her power, her words. When I have a bad day or I'm feeling down, or my spirit is a little low sometimes, Grandma, I can hear her saying, "Get up, just get up, go do something, go make it happen," and that's how I continue to move and do what I do.
And she's inspiring thousands and thousands of people now through you, which is what's really amazing. Yeah. She's so much a part of your story. She's inspiring all the people that you inspire.
Yeah. It's just so powerful.
Yeah.
We got to replace things or replace words, like the word I can't with I haven't yet.
Yeah.
How about replace the words if I with when I? How about that?
Yep.
Words that I will try with I will do it.
Right.
People just don't realize that if we can replace the words and start speaking life out of our own mouths, things will begin to happen for all of us.
Right.
You speak out of your mouth, and at some point, it's going to happen. If you trust and you believe and you work hard and you got faith and you got power and you can do it, then go do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I love about your message.
Thank you.
So I have one last question for you. And out of all that you have accomplished so far, what would you like to be remembered for most, and why?
I think I would want to be remembered just as the hope coach. My legacy, just the hope coach. She gave so much. She gave everything that she had, to people that she didn't even know. The hope coach. That's my legacy, and that's what I would leave, to others. I'm just grateful, for being the hope coach, because I could have easily easily created a list of 1,000,001 legitimate excuses as to why I shouldn't do what I'm doing. But that's not who I am.
Yeah.
I just have so much hope in my heart for people that I just refuse to quit. I refuse to give up. So, yeah, the hope coach.
That's so beautiful. That really is.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Well, I'm excited and grateful, and I'm just grateful that you reached out to me so that you and I can make a difference in somebody's life. Somebody's going to listen to this message, this interview, and they're going to say, "Wow, if Tawana did it without arms, imagine what I can do." And that's
exactly.
That's my motto. That's what I want